And we're back with FDA Commissioner Dr. Stephen Hahn. Dr. Hahn, I'm sorry about that. You were in the middle of a comment in terms of these therapeutics, but I want to ask you about the upcoming flu season. Please finish your thought there, Dr. Hahn.
Well, just about the therapeutics, the pipeline is robust, and these antibodies that we're talking about that can be synthetically produced, they really are a bridge to vaccine. And as you know, the vaccine trials are ongoing right now. We expect to see data when those big trials are finished, and FDA at that point will basically call the balls and strikes with respect to safety and efficacy. And that's our solemn promise to the American people.
So what can you tell us, Dr. Hahn, about the upcoming flu season? A lot of people are wondering, are we going to see a return of high coronavirus numbers? Is it going to be worse because of the coronavirus? And when should we be getting flu shots, or should we? What's your take on the upcoming flu season?
Yeah, I think what we can say is we need to be prepared for that. I learned a long time ago, Maria, as a cancer doctor, I don't have a crystal ball, but we need to have in place what we need to respond to flu plus COVID. So I'll give you a couple examples of what FDA is doing. We are evaluating a number of different tests that can test simultaneously at the same time for both flu and for COVID, so that if someone goes in to see their doctor and it's flu season, there can be made a determination about whether it's flu or COVID-19. We're also working very closely with CDC and the manufacturers of flu vaccine to make sure that we have enough flu vaccine available. So again, follow the CDC guidelines with respect to flu vaccine. We definitely want more people to be vaccinated against flu. And then, of course, we're waiting for the COVID-19 vaccine as well. The other part of this is that there are medications to give to reduce the severity of flu, and we've been working with manufacturers to make sure that there's adequate supply of those as well. So no crystal ball, Maria, but obviously we want to be prepared so that Americans can have the right medical countermeasures in place for both COVID-19 and for the flu.
So if I were to get a flu shot, does that make me any more protected against COVID-19?
Well, the vaccines are pretty specific for influenza versus COVID-19, so
okay.
I would think not. But that doesn't mean one shouldn't get the flu vaccine, because flu is also a significant public health problem in the country.
Understood. And when do you recommend people get the flu shot? Do we do it earlier this time, in August, or any thoughts?
So I would wait for the CDC guidance on this. They'll be coming out with a very robust guidance about the flu seasons for this upcoming year, and I would definitely follow their recommendations. FDA's role in this is to help ensure the supply of vaccine and therapeutics.
All right, and real quick, Dr. Hahn, before you go, you and I talked about China in the past. They're trying to steal our COVID-19 vaccine data. Your reaction to what has taken place with these charges against these hackers?
Yeah, I think we need to take very seriously to anybody who's trying to look at data that we have. I know FDA has a very robust cybersecurity program. We take very, very seriously the protection of confidential commercial information. It is something that we absolutely have to do. Number one, it's a national security issue, but two, it's also a public trust issue, and we need to make sure that those data are safeguarded so that those who develop the manufacturers can actually put that in place once we determine it's safe and effective.
Dr. Hahn, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for joining us. Great information from you, as usual. And we'll see you soon.